is the same one chord. And E minor, correct. Давай сыграем G major сначала. Умница, молодец. И теперь играем E minor, which is a relative of G major. Теперь гармоник играешь, не забывай гармоник. Very nice. Okay, now let's play a major scale with one flat in it and then a relative minor. F major, так. D minor, good job. So play F major first. Good, and now go to the relative D minor. D minor, that's good. Now harmonic, please. Harmonic, don't forget the harmonic. Very nice. Okay, now can you play a minor scale with two sharps? Two sharps. Minor scale with two sharps. B minor, which is a relative of which major scale? D major, good job. So play B minor only. Good. Are you playing just one form of a minor scale? So go ahead and straight to the harmonic yourself. So, Alice, my dear, смотри. Значит, when you play minor scales, you play two forms. You go from after natural straight to the harmonic yourself, okay? Educator will not be reminding you, okay? So you play natural, then harmonic. So because every single minor scale has to be played two times, right? Okay? Then for level 3, you will be playing 3 times. Each minor scale you play natural, harmonic, then melodic. Okay? So, but for level 2, you don't need to play melodic, even though you know the minor. Okay. So now we are ready for arpeggios. So do you play arpeggios 1 octave long or 2 octaves long? Okay, so in that case, play 1 then 2, like this. 1 and then go 2 octaves, the same as you played your major scales. All right. So try. Yes, good job. Now 2 octaves. Good. Okay, so и ты можешь играть, в принципе, hand separately. You want hand separately or together? Хорошо. Значит, тогда помни, что ты играешь arpeggios hand separately. Scales together, arpeggios hand
Зачем
separately.
они отдельно? Как можете вместе играть?
Но там есть трудные, которые лучше играть лучше и отдельными, потому что тут в
Да.
requirements они вообще должны играть в one octave long. То есть она уже играет больше, чем requirements. requirements, она играет в одну и в две октавы, но там есть очень трудные, которые как бы ты можешь сыграть B minor в две, одну в две октавы, hands together. Can you try B minor? Let's see.
Можно.
Окей, good job. Давай теперь попробуем еще D minor. Good job. And last one, D major. Замечательно. Значит, вот так и будешь играть. Только запомни в одну и в две октавы. Хорошо? Не просто сразу go straight off the two octaves, but first one octave long, which is required here, and then two octaves. Окей. Теперь, значит, пошли мы играем с тобой inversions, да? Triads with inversions. So play both tonic and dominant triads in a major key with two sharps. Say which one? D major. Good. Знаешь, ты должна чуть-чуть немножко вот на стуле сидеть вот на половинке стула. Не назад, а вперед.
Наоборот, чуть-чуть.
Окей, пошли. Подожди, это мы сейчас вот про эти с тобой говорим. Вот эти. Can you play right hand maybe? Right hand alone? Don't say anything. Here you don't have to say anything. Just play. Yes. Good job. Now, which one is dominant? A major. So go straight to dominant. Okay. So each key which adjudicator will select for you, you play tonic and dominant yourself. She's not going to be saying, okay, now play tonic, now play dominant. Okay? So you just go automatically yourself. Tonic, then dominant. Okay? Alright? Хорошо? Теперь пошли, значит, может быть, делать какие-то notes теперь, хочешь? Little notes? Do you want some post-its? Post-its? Okay. So, давай мы так с тобой сейчас запишем. Значит, вы должны с тобой играть. Tonic and straight to dominant. So, да? Как сказать? Non-stop. Non-stop is possible? Non-stop. You will stop for a moment, right? To find your dominant, right? But technically it's just like you play yourself. She's not reminding. Okay? Alright. Теперь сыграем, давай. A major key with one flat. Left hand. Да, so go. Третий мальчик. Третий, другой, третий и назад. Поняла, да? Значит, you are supposed to be playing tonic and dominant with inversions, so you play in each key which she selects for you, your adjudicator. So she will say D major, play tonic, then dominant. Okay? If you forget, of course, she will remind you, but better to do it just automatically yourself. Okay? Now, which one is a relative of F major? F major relative has to be minor. D minor. Okay, so play. Yeah. Okay. Now you play tonic. Is there dominant in D minor? A major. Where's A major? Good job. Yes. C minor with 2 chords, tonic, dominant with inversions. Now, can we try a minor key with 2 sharps in it? B minor, good. Okay, so play with your right hand. Right hand. That's good. That's good. Now, what's your dominant?
F sharp.
Correct. So play F sharp major triad with inversions. Good job. Very good. And the last key for today is a minor key with 1 sharp in it.
G major.
Minor, minor. It's okay, it's okay. Look at these couples. See, 1 sharp and 1
E
sharp.
minor.
E minor. Okay, so on. Good. Uh-huh. Minor key, right? Minor tonic triad. A major dominant is a major triad. So say
B
B major,
major.
B major play. Yes, that's good. Yes, and now B major. Good job. All right. So that's what you do, okay? So when you practice, you remind yourself every time, say, where's my dominant? I have to play not just the tonic, but also the dominant triad with all the inversions up and down, okay? All right. Теперь, значит, смотри, что еще? Non-stop means like you kind of pause between them, right? So it's just the meaning that don't forget what you do, okay? And practice them hand separately. Okay, and play for adjudicator also hand separately. У тебя есть твои requirements? Вытащи. Потому что когда я свои использую, it's fine, но потом мы забываем. Нашла? Да? Значит, смотри, давай мы с тобой вот тут про арпеджио тоже напишем. Что написано? All minor scales play 1 and 2 octaves long. Do you read this? Can you read my handwriting? It's awful, of course, but can you try? All major scales play 1 and 2 octaves long. Hands together. All minor scales play hands separately. 1 and 2 octaves long. Do you want hands together? You play them hands together today. Okay, so we go hands together. Now, natural and harmonic yourself, so you don't forget about harmonic, okay? Because if the adjudicator forgets about harmonic, then it means that you played only natural. It's like I've never taught you harmonics, right? Okay, so play automatically yourself. Now, all right, so here it says tonic triad, 1 octave up and down, dominant triad, 1 octave up and down. So, what else? We need to decide on arpeggios, right? So, arpeggios, you played today, hands together, right? Let's write down all arpeggios, hands together, and what else? 1 octave long, then 2 octaves. Okay, hands together. So that's how you will be practicing. Now look at the requirements first page. Do you know how to do major scales, minor scales, how to practice arpeggios and tonic and dominant triads? No questions? No questions? Good. Okay, so this is your second page of requirements. Okay, so I would like to hear a couple of major keys So you choose the first one. Sometimes the adjudicators say, okay, play your favorite. Wait a second, E major you're not supposed to know yet. E major, I know you can play any key, right? But E major is not one of yours. Okay, so which one is your favorite out of C, G, D, and or F?
F.
Good job. Now, second time you identify the chords, right? You name each chord. You say tonic, very good. Okay, now go to the relative minor of F major.
D minor.
Yeah. Okay, so if you read the instructions requirements very carefully, you will see it says to be played twice, identifying chords on the repeat. Correct? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we are doing. All right. Now, can I hear a major key with one sharp? Say,
G major.
that's good. Very nice. Now go to the relative minor. Look at the left hand. Ah, very good. And the last key for today is B minor. Very good. Okay. Now for ear training, adjudicator will play a couple of triads and a couple of intervals. So the triads, of course, you will say what you hear, major or minor. Okay? Like for example, you say major. Minor, right? And then she will play a few intervals. So what's a triad? What's a triad? A major third, right? Is your a major triad? A minor third is the part of the minor third, okay? So she might also play the intervals, right? Like this. For example, you say, oh, that's a major triad, major third. Or if she plays like this, you say it's a minor third, okay? All right, now turn around, face your brother, yeah, face the door, and listen to the triads first.
Major.
Yes,
Minor.
yes, what about this?
Major.
Yes, what about this?
Major.
Major third.
Major. Minor.
Third, yes.
Major.
Right? Yes, hear it. This would be major. This is minor, right? Yeah, look, happy face, major. Sad face, minor. Right? Right? Okay. Alright, поворачиваемся. Значит, это мы все с тобой сделали. И сегодня я тебе дам маленький example на reading tapping and sight reading. So, what we are trying to do is just kind of like, смотри, tap the rhythm, clap and count aloud rhythm. We go with the right hand all the way to this side, okay? So you just clap and count aloud, alright? If your time signature is 2-4, how would you count?
1 and 2.
Okay, so пошли хлопать сначала, да? Да? Just look at the upper voice melody and clap. Yeah.
1 and 2 and
такое же количество тактов прочитать. Да? Вот hands together. So, when you sight read, you play hands together. Okay, so always remember, sight reading, she will give you about like 4 or 6 measures or 8 measures maximum, a little phrase, right? And you will have to just go ahead, look at it, take your time, like a couple of, let's say 10 seconds or so. You can look through the example, right? What you're looking at. You're looking at the time signature and you're looking at the key signature, right? So make sure that if there is a sharp or flat, you name that sharp or flat for yourself and then you remember it, right? Okay, so let's try. Подожди, ничего не нажимаем. You don't press any keys before you find your left hand first note, right? Because you have to be playing hands together, right? Можешь найти эту нотку, please, clap. Вот bass clef, left hand, какая-то нотка. This is which one?
G.
G. Can you find the G? Position your thumb over the G. It's the other hand, other hand, other hand, other hand. Is this G? Are you so sure? That's the treble clef. Where's the bass clef? First line G. Okay, Alice, can we start like this? Sorry, I have to show you. This is the middle C, right? That's a ledger line above the fifth line. Here, right? Like this, right? This is the middle C, right? Now we go to the fifth line, A, fourth line, F, third line, D, second line, B, and where's the G? It's this G, right now? Okay, now can you play, wait, thumb on G, thumb on G. Now we descend, we go down to F, first ledger line which is under the five lines of the bass clef, E, say E, E. You see this E? That's the E. Alright? So can we try both hands together slowly? Alright, and look at the fingers. They recommend you thumb and third finger. Don't change them. Right? Let's go. Keep going. Вы покупали сайт Reading Book? Или я вам давала?
Нам давали, да, мы пользуемся, да.
Вы делаете, да?
Делаем. Просто не так много, надо будет больше делать, да.
One, and two, and now go to this. Pushing. Where's the first line? Where's the first line? First line. The middle C. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what you do with your eyes. Just jumping like this. Okay? So first line, say G. First line G. Go. Very nice. Keep going. Теперь на этой же клавише остается левая ручка, да? You switch to second finger. Great. Right. Okay? Now right hand goes to Теперь in addition to this E, which is a tight note, add the D. So keep holding E, add the D. Keep holding E, add the D. Now go. Yes, yeah. But найди клавишу. Первая линейка какая клавиша? Так, первая линейка. Так, keep reading, keep reading. Так, дальше. Stay on E, right? Left hand on E. Go. Go, 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 go. Once you found, go. Go. Non hesitate. Go. One. And down. No sharps. Now, in addition to that E, which is supposed to be held, press F. Yeah. Go, go, go together. Very nice. Keep going. Uh-huh. Yes. Keep going. No fear. Keep going. No matter what. No. Can you find the key? Can you find the key? Yes. Go. This is unison, right? If this is D, then this is C, right? Keep going. What now? Right? With two keys at the same time. Press, press. No fear. Go, go, go. One. Good job. Keep going. Yes, good job. Keep going. Вот так. Вот так надо читать песенки. Поняла, да? No fear. Just even if you press the wrong key, you fix it immediately and go. Okay? So you go for the sight reading. She will not give you anything this complicated. Okay? So I'm just kind of giving you something for the bass clef, just to see how well you know the July notes. Not yet, right? But I just keep teaching you, and you at one point you will be freely reading them, right? Okay. So now, one thing you have to remember: you always go for sight reading, slow tempo. Okay. You look through the example first, then you go slowly. If there is a sharp or flat, you say that's F sharp. If there's one sharp, it's always which one? If there's one sharp, it's always what? Yes, it's which sharp? In G major, which sharp? F sharp, yes. Yeah? So if there is sharp, F sharp next to the treble clef and bass clef, if there's one sharp, it's always F. Because sharps, they appear in certain order, okay? So the order of sharps is F, C, G, D. If there's one sharp, it's always F, right? If there are two sharps, it's always F and C. All right? Okay, if there's one flat, which flat is that? If there's one flat, which flat?
B flat.
Correct. Okay, so if there's one flat, it's always B flat. Let's check it. What about this one? Is it the same? The same B flat? You see that? Okay, because flats come in certain order, right? B, E, A, D. So if there's one flat, it's B. If there are two flats, B and E. More than that, I would never expect. Actually, for your level 2, you will most likely have either one flat or one sharp, maximum two sharps, no two flats, okay? Because your keys are up to one flat and two sharps, right? Okay?
Да, ну лучше на более трудном практиковаться в любом случае. Надо. Это хорошо.
Ладно, в смысле, на чем трудно?
Ну, я имею в виду, что хорошо, что вы даете как бы высший уровень. Чтобы
Да,
более...
да. Я и просто хочу увидеть, насколько она хорошо читает вас. Вот. Значит, вот тут нужно тоже понять, смотри, что обе ручки в treble clef. Такое тоже случается. Правда? Окей? Окей? Can we look at this one? Сегодня мы займемся этим, потому что знаете, что получается, что она играет очень сложное произведение, вот эта вариация, да? А получается, что если она ноты провалит, то с меня снимут голову. Они скажут, что я ее учила, из-за того, что у нее perfect pitch, я ее учила неправильно, а вообще это disqualification. В России это было disqualification. Меня просто, извините, выставили за дверь, тут же из музыкальной школы сказали, вы не умеете учиться.
Да, но они не знают, да, ну, понятно,
Поэтому,
это не
как
ваша
бы,
вина, а как бы
Ну,
вы
это
к вам
не моя
пришли,
вина,
да.
уже прошло сколько? Много месяцев, как я ее учу, и мы должны продолжать читать, да? So it's our job, right? If you cannot read letters, how can I give you a book, a thick, big book, with all the interesting stories inside and say, okay, read, but you don't know the letters, right? If I give you a book in Chinese, you say, oh, teacher Lena, I don't know Chinese letters. Teach me the letters, then I will read it. Yeah? The same here, right? Yeah? This is like Chinese letters, right? It's a language, it's notation, да? У людей заняло много тысячелетий, пока они пришли к этим ноткам. Они всех расписали и придумали все это, да? Да? We have to be able to read the notes, otherwise I cannot teach you any interesting pieces, right? Понимаешь, да? Поэтому ты должна очень систематично каждый день читать нотки. И читать нотки надо легкие, простые, чтобы тебе не было страшно.
Ну, да,
Окей?
не страшно. Просто как бы
Простые
надо,
нотки.
чтобы они, да, будут бабушка сразу начинать делать 15
я
минут.
вынесла вот этот сайт.
Do you have it? Can you pull it out? О, замечательно. Замечательно. This is the best. Okay. Да? Поставь сюда. Значит, сейчас я тебе еще потом объясню парочку вещей. Подожди, сейчас. Давай вот эту мне прочитай. Последнюю. Сегодня мы на этим просто займемся. Да? Я тебе немножко покажу, как нужно читать. Okay? Потому что it's a skill. Знаешь? It's a special skill. Чем больше ты читаешь, тем лучше ты читаешь. Okay? Значит, you have to be aware that sometimes we have notes in bass clef, left hand. We push it further away, right? Sometimes they're close to each other like this. Yeah? Okay? You see that? Can you find it? Что-то вот такое будет. Легкое, вот такое. Right?
Это будет
F major, correct. Or it could be also a relative minor. Okay? Let's talk about that. Yes. Because you see, each couple has the same key signature, right? So F major has one flat, B flat, and D minor has the same, B flat. So it could be either F major or D minor. Now I teach you how to recognize if it's F major or D minor. Besides looking at the flat or sharp here next to the treble clef, you have to look at the last chord here. You see the last chord?
Это как бабушка мне учила.
Так.
Она говорила последнюю.
Да, подожди, давай сфокусируемся. Что это такое? Последняя нотка у нас. Подожди. Can you play this chord? Just don't say anything. Play this note and left hand. Left hand, treble clef. Remember treble clef? Can you find the treble clef? Yes. Okay, and right hand. Подожди, right hand какая нотка? О, играй. Вот. Да, значит это не F major. А что?
Дима.
Correct. So this is the D minor, you see? D minor. So you are traveling D minor. Yes? Okay? Пошли, давай сыграем ее. Играй всегда все медленно. Когда сайт reading, все играй медленно. Не торопись, take your time, find your first chord. It's very important also to remember that you have to start from the right keys. If you start on the wrong keys, you confuse yourself, then you cannot play it, right? So you have to take your time and find the right keys at the very beginning. Ready? Keep going. Yes, keep going. Keep pushing, steadily go through. А почему ты повторяешь, солнце? Двигай на second measure. Okay? Or restart. Confuse the adjudicator. You do that, right? Okay, keep going. Push. Yes. Yes. Do we have a flat? Yes. So stay in tonality. Stay in the key of D minor. Yes, you good. Keep going. Yes. Так, keep going. Еще бабушку надо попросить, чтобы когда мы учим произведение, чтобы она не играла. Не играла.
Да. Да. Она...
Потому что если она один раз играет, все, это как Годи Башин, и потом у нее получается, что у нее скилл немножко по-другому, я сейчас думаю об этом, развивается по-другому. Она как бы слышит, и потом может многие вещи substitute without writing.
Хорошо.
Просто просите ее, вот сыграй правую ручку, вот следующую фразу сама. Good job, good job. You're doing very well. Keep going. Yes, good, good. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Your goal is to play to the last note. Yes, 2, 3, 4, up. Молодец.
Молодец, умничка.
Поняла? Значит, ты должна просто вот, ты знаешь, как маленькая лошадка. Вышла гулять и пошла, и пошла, и пошла, и пошла, и найдешь все свои цветочки, травки, все, что тебе нужно. Поняла? Ты должна просто очень вот consistently push forward. Even if you heard something was wrong. For sight reading there are different rules. For sight reading the major rule is no matter what happens, if you heard that you played the wrong note in the chord, don't stop. Don't try to find the key or something. It doesn't work that way, okay? You have to consistently going through, play the next. I've witnessed many times during the tests, people improvise partially. And I teach my students, I say, even if you played the wrong chords or something, you have to finish the example. Otherwise, you're not passing the sight reading. Понимаешь? You have to bring it to the last note, to the last chord. That's how we sight read, okay? For example, if I'm playing, then I cannot find that chord. So I'm playing something, but I keep pushing. You see that? You see what I'm doing? Okay, I found the chord. Now I cannot find the chord. I'm pushing. I have to finish no matter what I finish. Done. That's your sight reading.
Поняла, моя радость.
Поняла?
Как книжку нужно дочитать, нужно
Значит,
доиграть до конца,
да.
продолжать.
Your goal is to finish your sight reading example, no matter what. Don't even bother. If you press the wrong key, just continue. If you can fix it immediately, you heard that, okay, I forgot about my B flat, so fix it just kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, you play it over. Fixed and go. Понимаешь? Да? Okay? So, that's your goal. You have to be sight reading at least a page or two of examples like this. So, from your sight reading book, тут даже проще, видишь, смотри, когда ты смотришь на твои examples, say out loudly, say, which two sharps you will have in the song. Say.
D major.
No, it's not two sharps. D major is a key tonality. So what's which two
F
sharps?
sharp, C sharp.
Correct. So F sharp and C sharp, right? Then you look at your time signature, say 3, 4, very good. Then you scan through the example and you look which note you finish
D.
on D. So it means you are in D major. So don't say D major before you look through the example and found your last, because it could be D minor also, right? So you see, okay? Then you start playing very slowly hands together. And then I recommend to repeat it so you find your own mistakes, okay? So each song you play at least 2 times. If there's something very difficult, you can play hands separately, then back to hands together, okay? So it's supposed to be taking about 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes of practicing sight reading. 2 pages a day.
Моя радость, будешь бабушка с этого начинать.
Alright.
Хорошо, будете
Да,
начинать.
у бабушки же нет этой книжки, но
Не, я и
Мама,
фотографировала,
окей.
и
Мама, я
хорошо.
однажды говорила бабушке, что нужно только по рекламам играть, но потом она просто говорит, да, но я просто и так.
да, ну you can go over requirements, да, но я тебя сейчас как бы приготовить должна на тест, чтобы ты, если ты играешь E major scale, чтобы ты не стала вместо, она тебя просто F major, ты играешь E major scale, да? Чтобы такого не произошло, поэтому мы сейчас немножко минимизируем, как бы, ты и так играешь уже больше, чем положено. Но как бы бабушка может, she can teach you all the scales, including C sharp major, да? But I'm preparing you for the test, so I don't want you to be overwhelmed and know many things, but then when the adjudicator asks you a simple thing, you cannot do it, right? So we have to be just focusing a little bit more for a while, only until we take a test. After test, we go as much as we can. Хорошо? Да? Договорились? Чтобы просто помочь тебе, чтобы ты знала, что у тебя будет на тесте. Потому что если я тебе скажу, окей, you're taking a math test, and then there might be some algebra, right? And then you say, ooh, I don't know which part of the algebra, even if you went that far, right? Okay? So I'm preparing you for the test, you have to know what to expect. And that gives you confidence, правильно? Да? Это наш гол. Чтобы ты вышла и сыграла все, что ты знаешь, очень confidently. Даже если это простые вещи, и ты можешь играть намного больше, просто чтобы сдать тест. Понимаешь, да? Окей? Потому что на тесте детишки должны быть очень фокусированы и очень понимать, что от них хотят. Да? Окей? Элис?
Поняла.
И не нервничать, когда смотришь на sight reading example, encourage yourself. Say, I can do it. It's simple. I practiced a lot. I can do it. Да? Понимаешь? Ты должна себя немножко так подготовить, знаешь, эмоционально. А то если ты начнешь шейки-шейки, потом начнешь нервничать сама, да? Мы не хотим. Если ты хорошенечко почитаешь всю эту книжку, нужно дочитать до теста, да? Тогда тебе дадут что-то похожее на это, ты там 2 строчки ты спокойно прочитаешь. Окей?
Поняла, Радость?
Да?
И этот тест у нас 11-12,
Да.
мы еще не знаем точно когда, да?
Мы не знаем,
В каких
когда. Я буду с ними сейчас вот начнется registration, и мы
11-12.
начнем это все закладывать. Окей. Значит, no questions about sight reading, правда? Да. Я вот тебе распечатала вот эти бумажки, я тебе их даю, ты можешь через них еще пару раз пройти. Окей? Хорошо. Значит, и это мы сегодня с тобой очень много посвятили времени, чтобы понять, как играть. Ты их всех играешь, все знаешь прекрасно. Просто понимать, как играть. Окей? Так, это убираем. Давай теперь мы сейчас с тобой вернемся на наши пьесы. И я тебе тоже приготовила еще одну пьесу. Вы распечатали то, что я вам PDF прислала?
Да,
Окей.
да.
Значит,
Она начала заниматься.
Да.
Вальс, вот это же вальс.
Да.
Это Виктория.
Я тебе даю что-то новенькое, чтобы тебе было не скучно.
Вальс, да, вот это вальс.
Да. Но ты должна понимать, что старые песенки ты должна тоже продолжать очень хорошо. Теперь, значит, смотрите, я ее зарегистрировала на этот Barossa Factory Festival. Да. А вот тут написано, вы можете сфотографировать, написано, что location is not known yet. Да.